Hi there, today is the 25th of September 2024. So in this video, I'll be demonstrating how we can use the Google Apps script in order to automate the actual functionality within this Google Sheet. So what I've got here is that this is a continuation of the same Google Sheet that I was demonstrating in the previous video related to Google Sheets. So what I want to do in this video is that I wish to add a new row, but when I add the new row, I want it to add the number 0 automatically into the E column here. Because as explained in the previous video, we want to be able to sort by the completed date, so we want the rows with the 0 to come before the rows with the completed date, because this is when the actual task has been completed. So we want these which have been completed to be at the end of the spreadsheet rather than at the beginning. So in order to do that, we need to add or insert the number 0 whenever we add a new row. So for example, if I just add a new row now, like that, nothing happens. So if I now enter the number 0 into the new row like that, and now if I do a sort of the spreadsheet on the date completed column by selecting sort range and then advanced sort range, and then if I sort by completed first of all, and then sort secondly by the required by date. So now we have the tasks which have been completed as indicated by the date in the completed date column at the bottom of the spreadsheet. So that is the reason why I wish to add this 0 automatically whenever we add a new row. So we can do that by writing the functionality in the programming language that is called Google Apps script. So this is very similar to the Excel macros if you've been working with Excel macros in the past. But here we're in Google Sheets and we're using the Google Apps script. So how do we access the script dashboard? So for this we need to click on Extensions and then click on Apps script like that. And so it takes us immediately to our first function, and this is called my function. So for this, in order to make this work for the event when we add a new row, we need to add an event parameter. So we just pass in the actual event parameter by entering the letter E. We can call it E for event, or we can just name it as event like that. And I can rename the function name to something clearer, such as auto add a value, and I can, let's say, specify the actual column, which is column E, like that. So that is the name of the function. So the programming language that we're actually writing in is JavaScript, but it uses the libraries that are related to the Google's Apps script. So in order to access information on these libraries, we need to go to the official website, and that website is located at the URL developers.google.com/apps-script/overview. So this is where we can find out information about developing in this JavaScript using the Google Apps script. So going back to this original function written in JavaScript, what we want to do is that we want to be able to add the number 0 into the E column every time we add a new row. So for this, we need to first of all declare the actual sheet. So we just call it var sheet1 and then equals, and then we just need to just specify the spreadsheet app object like that. Spreadsheet app, and we need to get the active sheet, which is this one here, like that. So this is how we get the active sheet, the one that we're actually editing in currently, and then we need to just test for the event. So we can call it something like ev1. We can just change the name of the parameter to ev1 for event1. So ev dot change type equals insert row. So this is tests for the event to see whether it's an insert row event. So if it is, then we wish to get the actual row that's being inserted, the new row that's being created. So we call it var row1 equals sheet1 dot get active range. So the active range gets the current range that's being inserted, and we just need to get the row of this active range. And then in this sheet, we need to get the range of this row that's being inserted, and at column E, which is the 5th column, like that, so we need to specify the number 5, we need to set the value to 0, like that. And once we've added this function in, like this, we need to save this file. So we just click on this floppy disk icon here to save this code, and it saved it. And once we've saved it, we need to just add it as a trigger by clicking on this icon here for the triggers, like this. And we just ignore this message for the time being, and we just click on Add Trigger on the bottom right, like that, and we'll say this is the function that was just written that we need to run at the trigger. So as regards which deployment, we'll say head, there isn't any other option, and then from the event source we'll say from the spreadsheet, and as regards the event type we'll say on change whenever we add a new row. And as regards if there are any failures in this trigger, how often do we need to be notified? Do we need to be notified immediately, hourly, daily, or weekly? I'll say immediately for the time being, and I'll just click on save like that. And once we do that, we get this pop-up message, and we need to select an account. So what I'll do is that I'll just click on the current account which I'm writing this script in, which is the Google account, and it's saying that Google hasn't verified this app. So what can we do here? So if we come across this error message, what I'll be showing in this video is just a workaround or a hack whereby we can just proceed to get the job done. But obviously you'll have to consider for yourself in your own situation whether you're willing to do the same. So that is entirely your own decision that you need to decide for yourself. So more information regarding the verification of the app script can be found at this URL here, which is developers.google.com/apps-script/guides/client-verification. So this gives us the full details of what the process is in terms of how we can go about verifying that particular app script. So if we click on this link here, which is called Unverified Apps, it takes us to this article, and if we just scroll downwards, then there'll be a section entitled When to Go Through Verification. And if we look at the internal apps, it's saying here that if your app is an internal web app for users in the same G Suite domain, and the app is associated with a cloud organization that all your users belong to, you don't need to go through verification. For more information, see Public and Internal Applications. So if I just click on that link, then it gives us details on how to set up the OAuth 2.0. So as far as this video is concerned, I think this is a topic that belongs in the video in its own right. So I won't be doing that in this video. Instead, I'll just carry on with a hack, but you'll need to decide for yourself what steps are appropriate for your requirements. So to get past this pop-up message, then what we can do is that we click on Advanced here like this, and then we can click on Go to Untitled Project Unsave. So I'm recommending that you don't do this, but instead I'm recommending that you follow the actual steps that are detailed in the articles that I just showed just now. But for the sake of this video, I'll be just demonstrating how we can get past this pop-up message. And it says, want to access your Google account. So this will allow the script, which is called Untitled Project, to see, edit, create, and delete all your Google Sheets spreadsheets. So if you're happy with that, then you can click on Allow, like this. And once that's happened, that pop-up now disappears. And now if we just go back to the spreadsheet, like this. So now if we wish to insert a row by selecting Alt-I, Insert, and then R for rows, and then insert one row above like that. So now that has added the number 0 automatically. So that is how we use the Google Apps script to insert a value into a cell whenever we add a new row into the spreadsheet. So that's about it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Until next time, look after yourself and have a nice day.